Hello, hello. Yeah, that menu music for the HD version is really cool. Let me know if sound's alright and everything. Hi, Sai, Dummy, Zephyrian, Sin. So I love this like main menu as like the menu as well. If you like push different buttons, you can like muck about with it, like make the animation go fast, make it go slow. Yeah, you can change the backgrounds, the colors. Completely pointless, but
It's style, you know.
yeah. And this is I haven't played this properly on PS5 yet, so I have no save data to load.
Of course, you
Yeah,
gotta
of
say you
course I'm
like
gonna say I
MGS2.
like MGS2. So this actually matters, like what you pick. I think if you pick this, you might get railroaded into easy mode. I think if you pick this, it doesn't matter. If you pick this, which is what we're gonna do, we get a special item. And if you pick this, I think you automatically unlock a bunch of items to begin with. But Skeleton and Fun. Hi, I haven't slept in over 24 hours, so I'll try and stay awake. Oh, well, if you need to have a nap, you know. This game's quite slow paced, I think, so it's alright to nap too.
Yeah, I mean,
The cutscenes are way more interesting, I will say that, because there actually are cutscenes, as opposed to MGS2, where a lot of the drama unfolds in the codec.
Yeah.
There are like really well directed cutscenes in this, with like full animations and stuff.
I think last time I watched this being played, I was watching you play it. But you were kind of speedrunning it, so when you said, the game's quite slow paced, I was in my memory like, is it? But now I'm thinking, when I play it, it is slow paced.
Yeah, if you skip through all the cutscenes and you like you dodge roll through every map.
Not even just skipping the cutscenes, just sometimes like watching you go, okay, so you can just walk right through this area, like, and then this area, and then this area. Like, you don't look around much.
Yeah, I am gonna take this game way slower than I normally would do, because I want to redeem myself. I think I played MGS2 very poorly.
Yeah.
I want to show that I can play these games.
Poorly in terms of not streamable quality, but in terms of you didn't.
I got found out a lot. I died quite a few times. This isn't going to be
sending their best. You know?
Exactly. This isn't going to be a perfect run, and we're not going to play on European Extreme or anything. But I'd like to do it non-lethal this time because I think that's more interesting in this game. And I'll try and keep the alert phases as low as we can. But I also want to show off like as many cool like Easter eggs and like locations of items and stuff, just because I think that'll be fun.
Yeah.
If you like MGS1, I think it reduces how fast stamina depletes. I may be making that up though. Huh, that's interesting. And Merle, have you played Spy Party? I have not played that. Is it good?
I've heard the name, but I can't remember.
I'm just going to send one more message to someone who wanted to potentially swing by.
I wonder if the Aurora Borealis will be visible today. I'll have a peek outside when it gets a bit darker.
Yeah, have a peek when it gets a bit darker. But yeah, let's hit that start button. Woo. I like MGS2. Normal. Oh, we can't even go on Extreme or European Extreme. I guess you have to complete the game first.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Beginning of the era called 2.
This opening cutscene is so good.
For those who don't know about the Cold War, quick intro. One sentence. 2 sentences, but it wasn't actually.
Once again, full cutscene control. Terrible idea to give that to me.
If you have too much respect for these cutscenes, you'll be like watching an aura a lot of them.
I will, honestly.
approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Who's
He's
that?
back.
Wait a minute, this is 1964. What's Raiden doing?
It must be Raiden's granddad.
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
I like that he wanted to put some military jargon in there, so he says "cav okay," but then it also has to explain to you what that means. Raiden smokes now.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask.
He's been jokified by... Maybe he's traveled back in time from MGS2.
Yeah.
Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Excuse me?
That feels like it's a slur.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey,
Duke.
Duke.
Yeah. Look at the end of that. Look at that, the end of that cigar where he's been
This
chewing
is
on
what
it.
we call HD.
It really is Raiden.
Yeah, he's wearing the skull suit all over again.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Metal Gear Solid, Snake Eater.
Why'd they print that on his helmet?
Well,
Like,
yeah,
why did they
haven't-
print Metal Gear
they're
Solid
like,
on his helmet?
whatever mission we do next, we're gonna call it Snake Eater, no matter the...
But also, they printed Metal Gear Solid.
46 degrees Celsius.
At this point in the timeline, Metal Gear doesn't exist, and neither does Solid Snake.
It's fine.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
Oh yeah, I'll try not to.
To drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout model.
this is one for the history books. The world's first.
World's first Halo jump.
10 seconds to
Whoa.
drop off.
Wait, this is Halo? Shit, wrong game.
Status okay. All green.
But I'm done. I feel like the light changes with like a fucking anvil striking sound. Ding!
Yeah.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
For audio audience, I mean for all audience, because it's only audio, Mo was banging his fist in the air for that flip.
Yeah. Like punching the air.
Yeah.
I think that's so cool.
Jack, I've got some important news.
Anyway,
The head of the CIA has finally
Jack, this is Raiden.
Well, it doesn't look like Raiden here.
No, the virtuous mission.
Jack in a virtual mission? It might be Raiden.
Seeds will be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission. Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
Don't get cocky. This isn't a training
I guess Snake's in this one too, but he must be talking to Raiden off in the corner somewhere, because he did say Jack.
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau.
I think I follow him on Twitter.
Top secret weapon
OKB, okay boomer.
No, okay, Boomer. That's good.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken.
Yeah.
The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success.
Is yes, Com
So
says.
what do you want
Is
to
this
do?
the one where they do the thing?
Seems he's
Yeah, it
become
is.
afraid of his own creations.
Afraid.
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence.
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a the mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets...
Oh, the music's so good. Little stings there.
At the time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from
A
reaching...
naval blockade. That's when I don't
The Soviets
post a
didn't
tummy
back
picture.
down.
That's
Their
good.
places were under secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba.
Little recap on the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles.
It is purely for the benefit of the audience that the major is telling us this, because it's like Snake would know.
Yeah,
I
Snake,
mean,
like even
Raiden
knew it just
would
by
know.
the date. He was like, "Oh yeah, the Cuban Missile Crisis happened a week later."
Yeah.
No, the Jupiter
No.
IRBs deployed in Turkey were
No.
obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians.
We're not owned. We were going to get rid of them anyway. They were rubbish, actually.
Intelligence agencies around the
Once again, like Kojima knows exactly like where to slot in conspiracy
yeah, a little bit of
theories.
Conspiracy, like what was the
the
secret
real-
term of the
Exactly.
Cuban Missile Crisis deal?
Pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov.
That's right.
Yeah, as Silk said, I do like how the game integrates real Cold War history into the story.
No idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war.
Although, gotta say, this is where the realism ends in this game, because we're about to drop into the Russian jungle, which
Yeah.
Does not
Next
exist.
day, I got
For all you
Sokolov
know, have you been to Russia?
handing him over to
No.
Sokolov kept
Well, technically, I took a boat over while I was in Finland.
Yeah, fair enough. Did you see any jungle?
Then a month ago,
No.
See any crocodiles?
received
No, I did
one
not.
of our models.
About Sokolov.
Yes. He was taken back
Lilith,
to the research
hi, just saying
facility
hi.
to continue
Don't
working
want to get
with
spoiled
weapons
before I play these games, so I'll leave very soon. That's fair enough. I think these games are best enjoyed for yourself
So
if
what
you haven't played them
is
before.
it? Something to do with space rockets?
No. Missile.
I mean,
Same technology.
yeah, I was about to say, like Snake, same difference.
I guess you're right. We don't
Well, yeah.
appears to be a new kind of
I suppose you're right.
For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
Take care, Lilith.
No, according to our intelligence,
Thanks for
he's
saying
in
hi.
Selino Yask, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
Surprised you didn't go there when you went to
Nice name for
when you went to Russia.
I think they
In their
not
chats
allowed
recently.
don't allow people like me to go there.
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never
That's
have
why
been
they didn't
possible
let you
if
see
we
the
were still in
jungle.
research. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Anyway, back to the Halo jump.
Yeah. So falling at 130 miles per hour.
Listen up, Jack.
Yeah, I love this as well.
Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains. Ensure the safety of Sokolov and bring him back to the
So,
west.
for viewers not aware, when R1 comes up, you can look through Snake's eyes to get his point of view and look around
Yeah.
during cutscenes.
If we don't get Sokolov back before
There's a
the weapon is
few
complete,
Easter eggs you can
Yes.
find that way.
There's a few times where it's secret, where the R1 does not come up on the
Yes.
screen.
Yeah. there's like I think there's like 6 scenes, maybe more in the game where you can hold R1 and you'll go into
Once
first
we
person
confirm the
view.
rescue Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system.
The what?
The Fulton system. I'm sure that won't come back again.
We'll keep going back to the well on that one.
Is up to it.
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talon?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
I don't really know what tanks would do against a plane that's in high altitude anyway.
Well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast.
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Paramedic's got a drip.
Yeah.
I like her shawl.
Yeah, paramedic's really cool. Shame you don't get to see her that much.
This is me when I roll out of bed in the morning. That noise is you yawning in the background.
I think I'm quite quiet in the mornings. Get rid of that. Don't need it.
That's right, world. I'm riding.
Yeah. Jack. David Hayter. Right, here we go. So we're playing the HD remaster. So we have like the full camera control.
yeah,
the
control
original
camera.
game,
Looks
you
like
did
that.
not. It
Yeah.
had the same MGS control scheme. But I think like this is just the way to play this game. It's basically impossible to play like this.
A lot of people
Like,
didn't like the game as it originally was, and then the subsistence version added the camera control, and that's when people started to really.
yeah, I
dig the
liked
game, I
the
think.
original camera, but like I can't imagine going back to the old camera now.
The original did for you. Yeah, it might have been the subsistence version that you played if it was the
Yes,
full HD
I think
version.
the subsistence version did add this as a camera option. So yeah, here we go.
Hold the fort.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory. Somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
Oh, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I'm glad to hear you've eaten a snake.
Restaurant, but
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What, we're going to a restaurant in this mission?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom.
Major
Oh,
John.
Snake.
yeah,
The crew isn't watching anymore. You can take off the disguise now.
good idea. This isn't right. Time for the snake to shed his skin.
So you only get this if you picked I like MGS 2.
I mean, he drops it, but you do keep it.
Still,
so. Whoa.
Me when I go outside for the first time after being staying in all weekend.
Yeah.
hear me, Major Tom?
There we go.
This is Snake.
Hey, reference.
Hey, and he said 2 references in one go, kept you waiting, huh? And
You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site.
Should I leave the stream if I don't want to be spoiled on the end of the Cold War? Nobody tell me what happens to the Berlin Wall.
Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose
Hi,
calling me a
Miles.
Snake was your idea of a joke too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer.
You're only going to be on the mission for a couple hours, Snake. Do you think you can maybe go without eating for...
well, you gotta be prepared for if it goes wrong, you know. It's the
I lost
contingency
it in a tree on
plan.
the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk.
Give you a call
You
if I need to talk to
me,
you.
use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Go get your backpack. Yeah, now the game begins properly. Yeah, I don't think we can actually do much until we go and pick up our items. If you go up this way, we won't be using any of this, or hypothetically we won't be. But there's some life medicine. So rations, no more rations. No more rations,
No
Jerry.
rations.
Well, there are rations, but they only replenish
replenish
your
your
stamina.
stamina,
If you
yeah.
want to replenish your life, you either need to just heal up from your injuries naturally, or use a life medicine.
Need to level up your grit meter there.
I'm not going to do that.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack.
Skitlin, is this set in Russia or Vietnam? It's meant to be set in Russia, but I don't think there's anywhere that, like, there's no jungles in Russia.
The Virgin Cliffs.
And press the enter button. For other equipped
Selino
items, just do the
Yask,
same.
or-
Selino Yask.
Yeah.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission.
I mean,
After
he's
you've been
saying
out
that,
in the field
but
for a while, your
again,
stamina
it's only
will
meant to
start
be like a
drop.
4 or 5 hour
If
operation.
stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance.
I mean, stamina is
Won't be able to
vital
shoot
to any
accurately,
mission.
for example,
Yeah.
and your wounds
If you're
won't heal as
the guy
smoothly.
doing the mission.
Keep an eye on your
Survival
stamina.
is key to this mission. We need you to stay alive.
I mean, I guess the idea is that the jungle is meant to be an adverse environment like the Arctic, right? In which you may need to eat in
maybe.
shorter order than a couple of hours, because your body is working harder to just to
Fit it with its
traverse.
own suppressor.
Miles asks,
However,
who am I
the
playing
suppressor
with?
will
This is my
deteriorate every
boyfriend,
time you fire.
Pepsi
Aye.
Dog.
Once its durability
Depicted
I'm
on
the
screen
dog.
as a little dog holding a
Yeah.
can of Pepsi.
So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident.
Well, we already established that people could be listening in, so we shouldn't even be like talking about where I'm from.
We're American.
Go in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and U.S. government.
Fox is also a weird multinational, like
Just have to take care of myself.
one must
I
assume
think
that.
at this point they are still only the US operation.
But one must assume that Major Tom over here is British. In fact, it says he's born in Exeter,
Yeah.
so that he would be British Armed
Take it to your
Forces.
body so you can take it when you need to.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think Fox recruits from everywhere.
Yeah.
Use it if
But,
you're taken prisoner by the
I mean, so do the
enemy.
Cobras.
Send you into a state of
The Cobras
forced
are a
death for
generally
short time.
multinational
Yeah,
like
yeah.
military outfit.
So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
Silk, according to Wikipedia, there are indeed rainforests in Russia.
Now here's the thing: is that rainforests by like technical definition of what rainforest is? Oh, it has to have this much rainfall and this much like
Solo mission.
Right.
I don't know, the humidity and this kind of thing. When in reality, when you go there, it's like this is a rainforest and it's a fucking like it's cold.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time,
I'm 30 minutes late, which means I'm arriving with 80% of this fucking codec call still to go. So whatever.
monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as
Yeah, they really front load you with the like story and stuff.
Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
The lore about Pepsi Dog's avatar is pretty self-explanatory. Is there lore about mine? Yeah, it's my OC, my demon boy,
Aren't you
Lucian.
gonna tell me your real name?
There's not really much lore about him.
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
John
They call you
Doe.
Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means
It's
nothing
got like
without
5 names.
Absolutely. No one has a name.
I'm Snake, Naked Snake, John Doe, Jack, and Captain
Very
Nemo.
funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake. Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you?
That's no way to talk about about her.
Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be
Chief
serving as
Inspector.
Fox's mission advisor.
Authorize this.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Thought we weren't supposed to be using my real name.
Yeah.
That's right. It's me.
Fumbled the bag already, boss.
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
Codename The Boss, sex, female, age unknown, nationality USA, birthplace unknown, birth date unknown, address unknown.
If you want to send her fan mail.
Sound my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong and
I can't teach you that. But anyway, here's what I
The
think.
only
Yeah.
thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You are a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later,
Uh-oh,
your
Snake sounding
conscience
pretty
will
right-wing.
rise. In the end, you have
Keep
to choose
politics
whether
out of my
you're
video
a
games.
soldier
Naked
or
Snake.
just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times.
So yeah, the game's sort of like dumping its
As
central
long as we
thesis
have
like
loyalty,
within the first
there's no point in
40
believing
minutes.
in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit. A group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
I think MGS1 had a
can't
different
think of
font,
anyone
but
else
I
I'd
mean,
rather
like,
have with
a lot
me.
of the aesthetics of MGS1 were different.
And one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you were always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry.
Throwing some shade at the
I'll
Green
be here
Berets
to
there.
help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Snake has tried to remember some, and he's already knows this is going to be about CQC, isn't it? Already reaching for the knife before she even says CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
No. So a couple other things I wanted to answer. Are we playing co-op or is the game single player? This is a solo infiltration mission.
Yeah, so Merle. is
Yeah, just me
controlling.
playing. Yeah, there's no lore about my avatar really. I sound British or Australian. That's because I am British.
British.
People have said that to me before, although people usually express more shock that I'm a Brit.
Well, 'cause everyone
Everyone
You
just
have-
kind of expects you're
online
American.
posting vernacular, and everyone assumes everyone online is American, so...
There we go. Yeah, 40 minutes, and we actually get to play the game now. Amazing.
Pog, let's go.
I can't remember if there's anything we want back there. I don't think so. Try and catch some snakes to eat. So yeah, I just love like the sounds of this game, like walking through the grass, like all the jungle sounds. So yeah, I'm interested to hear about these Russian jungles because I was not aware there was anywhere like this in Russia.
Nice.
Yeah, styler on him. I think if I, don't know whether I want to try and get some crocodile meat. How do I stab again? Yeah, stabbed it right in the head.
So So much Argavial.
Yeah. Oh, there's another one there. Do I want whatever's over there? Might do.
Unknown.
Get your legs all covered in mud. Oh yeah, suppressor. You can never have too many of those. Oh god, he's coming this way.
Link from what about the rainforests?
Way far away from this is where this is supposedly set.
Yeah, they're in the Far East. I was gonna say, I think maybe like, you know, parts that are bordering with like Mongolia and like Korea would presumably might have temperate rainforests, but this is meant to be like way west of that. So.
Yeah. I'm not going to be using any of these, I don't think. Keep the binoculars for now. So you might notice, compared to MGS2, there's no like radar. You can use, there's like a anti-personnel sensor which buzzes when you're near people. There's also the sonar detector which you can like click in the stick to send out a radar ping. And there's also the motion detector which is like constant, but they all drain your battery. And like, I think when you first play through the game, there's a tendency to think like, I really need these to know where guards are, but once you've played the game as many times as I have, you kind of already know roughly where guards are going to be.
Is there no radar even in the pre-subsistence version as well?
No, even in the pre-subsistence version, that was all there was just the sonar.
Problem.
Oh yeah, like the radar was chiefly there, I think, as a crutch because the camera was so restrictive.
Yeah.
But it is also true that I think you're meant to take this game a lot slower.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of
Yes, we've been through
Keep
this.
reminding me, yeah.
Kremlin find out that the
You
CIA
put,
and the American
my brother in
government
Christ,
are
you
involved.
flew me here.
You're not supposed to be here,
Don't
Snake.
engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
Another reminder.
The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission
Elaborate
depends
on
on
that.
how well you
Well,
use your
the
camouflage.
game of the mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen.
Choose your camouflage by selecting camouflage from the survival viewer. The uniform option lets you pick your
Snake,
uniform.
remember, you are a human
while the
being.
face
You need to
option
breathe
lets
air to
change your
live.
face. Choosing camouflage that blends
There's
in
a-
Don't forget to make all of your cells respire.
Survival will be paramount to completing this mission. We have been
Don't
reminded.
forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spied. But if
Don't
you
run around
crouch
like an
and
idiot.
stand,
Got it.
You should be able to sneak by without being noticed.
You actually can run around like an idiot
Yeah.
in quite a few areas.
You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the camo index. The camo index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area.
Snake, if you die, you will no longer be alive.
And vice versa. The key is to make yourself.
How do you
one
feel
with
about the
nature.
camo menu compared to the active camo of MGS4?
The active camo in MGS4 obviously like streamlines it quite a lot, but I do like the way it sort of like slows the action down and makes it very deliberate as to like, you know, what you want to, how you want to camouflage yourself. One of the things I don't like about it is that it just tells you which is the best thing to use. So like you look down this list and you go, right, +10, that's what I put on.
Yeah.
And that's it, job's done. There's no like guesswork to it. There's no sometimes you want to make a trade-off because some camouflages have like different abilities, which is something we'll like I'll try and get as many camos as I can and show off that.
I like.
But yeah, it's too kind of like just look for the bigger numbers and then just apply them.
I do like putting it in the player's hands what kind of like camo they want to wear, even if it's bad. But like you said, yeah, it is kind of a bit simplistic just to be like, here's the best one, so
Yeah.
pick that. But at the same time, I am a lot of people have said like, well, active camo is better because this is just like it saves you busy work of going into the menu, like is the only difference, and then choosing the best one. Personally, I am a big fan of busy working games. I think like
Yeah. Honestly.
a lot of games that I play
Oh,
are
I got a
very
trophy.
shit. A lot of games that I play are very busy work, heavy, and I don't know. I kind of like it. Depends on how it's used, of course. Like
Yeah.
like in a game like Elite Dangerous, for example, I think it's great that like there's 5 steps to being able to land on a space station. You have to be able to contact the station, ask them permission to land, and then you have to get your number of where you're going to park and that kind of thing. It's all busy work, but it's like the game feels good for having that busy work. So yeah.
Ooh, I want to put some good camouflage on my face for this one. Keep it woodland. Why not?
Currently playing Dragon Guard voice. So true.
Yeah, I do like having to go into the menu and like be very deliberate and purposeful about it, and I think it does slow the game down in a way that is I think.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Big death.
Yeah, that big grin. Find you a man who looks at you the way Big Boss looks at a hornet's nest. Right. So you can sneak through this area, or you can just
Send in the bees.
shoot down the hornet's nest. Did I not hit the hornet's nest? I didn't. I hit the wrong thing.
You
There
hit the
it is.
coconut. Yeah, whatever it is. Trophy get.
Yeah.
Going crazy. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, this is a super easy way to sneak through this area. They don't come back for a little while, but you want to kind of follow them anyway.
Rasvet.
That's a load of Rasvet, mate.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump.
Well, you're
Mask.
expecting
Yeah,
to
is
put
that
him in
part
the
of the
Ritz?
mission?
I can't see Sokolov from here. Security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive.
So don't throw any
Must not
grenades
be
in there.
exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
By the way, it says don't approach them while they're in the alert phase. What, in case they walk in and shoot
No,
him?
it's just that when you get to Sokolov,
I guess so. Like, yeah, what would they, like, hold him hostage if you were in alert phase? Like, phase, be like, we'll show you, or shoot the guy we're meant to protect.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's better than letting him fall back into US hands. Right. I immediately need to go and change my camo again.
Favorite camo, just on... No, not
Um,
how useful it is, just on looks.
Well, we haven't got that many.
Yeah.
At the moment,
I dig tree bark.
Leaf is kind of cool. I dig Tiger Stripe. I think it looks pretty cool. That could grow on me. Very Minecraft. Goth mode.
I mean, Ocelot unit more like.
Now, this I could get into. And yeah, Olive Drab is quite cool, but... favorite, like, face camo? This one, obviously.
What about, like, the, like, theatre one where Snake has, like, lipstick on?
Oh, I do like that. Yeah. I think I know where that one is as well.
Essential wear for the last cutscene, because it's the best camo for the
Yeah.
for the field.
Now, there's another guy over there that we kind of want to get.
Gamer.
Yeah. The problem is he can now be seen. Oh, maybe he won't be seen. I can't remember where the rest of the guards are. Damn. Okay. Oh, shit. Damn. Oh, I've already messed up. Oh, embarrassing. Shit.
This is HQ.
Commence alert formation.
Acknowledge. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
I got spotted like a scrub.
End stream. Reset.
Well, if we were on European Extreme, we'd have to. Got a shotgun now. Now, I don't know where the patrol formation of the new guards is. So there's a potential to get spotted again. Yeah, there's one. Damn.
The regular caution theme is
It's
good.
very cool, yeah. So that was why I got spotted, just to
Yeah, just to show everyone the great theme.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No.
I'd get it from whoever I want.
CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
Curtain.
You're CIA.
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Codenames. Come on. I guess he wouldn't know without the code name.
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so...
Sokolov fit, Loki goes. Not the monocle, but the rest is good.
Did he now?
He's got the horseshoe as well.
What does it mean?
Yeah,
Picard
we're bringing
horseshoe.
it back.
Means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
I love that his monocle is like on an ear clip.
Colonel
Is that like a thing?
I would assume, just so you don't drop it, right? Because, you know, whenever you're shocked at your fancy dinner party, it falls into your drink.
He's a member of the army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since
I
the
am
Cuban
anti-monocle.
Missile Crisis 2 years ago,
Okay, there's pro monocle and
there's
anti monocle.
factions in the chat now.
despite resistance,
I used to be pro monocle when I was younger, but these days I think I'm anti monocle.
opposition so far. But the failure of his
Were you also a pro pocket watch guy?
Well, that's the thing. At about the same time that I was starting to be against pocket watches, I was also against monocles. I think I like things on chains, but unfortunately, the pocket watch and the monocle has too much of a wanky vibe to it. Now, a chain wallet goes crazy.
I mean, yeah, a monocle gives you a chance for like more chains, and Woodaba, as your very like Kingdom Hearts build, I'd have thought like more chains on your outfit is like
I like things on chain brackets goth, not things on chains brackets steampunk.
steampunk. Oh, okay,
Fair enough.
that's fair enough.
It's not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use
Anyway,
If
Vulcan.
it's chains that connect your belt to your pocket, then that's fine. But if it's chains that connect your like monocle to your ear,
Yeah.
or your top hat to your
More
waistcoat, or
more
something.
superfluous chains are good. Like superfluous belts as well, like a JRPG belt.
Yes. Asymmetrical clothing as well. JRPGs go crazy for that, and like,
They wouldn't need that
where is it in real life?
me inside. They're all
I want a pair of baggy jeans that are, one side of them is a short.
captured.
Yeah. One side is baggy, one side is skinny.
I want one side, one side like baggy shorts, and then the other one to be like, to only start at the knee and be suspended from the belt by like cords.
Vulcan will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Dirty bastard. Vulcan will come.
Vulcan will come.
Your Russian is superb.
I suppose we have to assume they were speaking Russian.
From my mentor.
Is that so? America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts.
No. I have no love
No.
for this place. Let's go.
Do you say the brackets out loud when reading a message? Depends. If the parentheses are essential to understanding the message, then yes. But if they're just meant to be like
Major, this
plus a
is
side detail,
Sokolov
then no.
is safe with me.
Is generally how I do it.
Fine. No
I don't go
issues.
full into the open parentheses message, close parentheses.
If you want to be like
The rendezvous
very anal about it,
Yeah.
I think saying open parentheses, close parentheses is like when you want to make the other person sound like a robot.
lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Well, losing signal with a submersible. She's imploded.
It's fine.
Don't worry, she'll have died in like 0.001
No, we're gonna have
microseconds.
the search teams now. Maybe we'll they're running out of air in the in the Permit class submarine.
Attention, all Metal Gear Solid superfans. The boss is in trouble and she needs your help. Just give us your credit card number and the 3 numbers on the back. The submarine's going through a tunnel.
Yeah. The game's a little quiet.
Look at him.
I can turn it up. Hold on.
Sokolov getting ready to practice his... He's doing a Kamehameha.
Oh yeah. Right. Did the game a little louder. If it's too loud or still too quiet, shout out.
I knew I should have taken out all those guards.
Freeze!
So this is the legendary boss.
Holy.
Yes.
Holy.
We meet at last.
Spinning his tiny little gun.
The Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz.
Ocelot unit.
What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Yeah.
Yes! Doing his gay little flourishes. I love him.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
He's making up cat facts now.
Mhm.
An ocelot always shoots first. Point the gun at your own face.
Yeah. You knew how to do that shit even back then.
Yeah. He's got some kind of like savant superpower where he's
Got like
see
visual
bullet
calculus
trajectories.
12, you know.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the Gru.
Sokolov, take cover.
Well, what is it?
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
He was so real for this.
This is how I call my friends as well.
What is that
Yeah.
stance?
He's such a cat boy.
Mm-hmm.
That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
Helpful. Oh! See, Kojima does know how to direct cutscenes.
Yeah. Pay no attention to Death Stranding.
Why did he kill his comrades? He was killing KGB soldiers, but it's clear that he's like
He's from a
he's
separate
betraying
faction.
them somehow, or he's on some kind of separate group
You
called
ejected
Gru.
the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do, but testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Yeah, he grabs his wrist.
Pretty good.
So Ocelot gets beat up by a guy and then spends the rest of his life obsessed with him. Don't we all?
Mm. To be fair, it's This is the first in a long line of humiliations for Ocelot, so...
Snake, you alright?
Did Sokolov run away because he saw the boss and Ocelot embracing? Is he homophobic?
They were taking
Possibly.
orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
Yeah, like Zephyrian says, the getting beat up by a guy and then spending the rest of your life obsessed by him is berserk as well, so...
Yeah.
But I'll catch up to him.
The game could have given me a quick time event for all that, but I'm very glad it didn't, because I like being able to just, sit back and chill. Now...
Are you going to get the...
No, because it does count towards your kill count, but if you...
you could save and load, though, right?
Yeah...
It's fine.
Could.
If you shoot Ocelot in the head, here you get time
You can't
paradox.
shoot him because you don't have a gun, but you can stab him in the face a bunch with your knife until he dies, and then instead of game over, it says time paradox, because Ocelot isn't supposed to be dead. But here's the thing that not that many people know. If you die at all in this game, and wait on the game over screen, it eventually switches to time paradox anyway, because Big Boss isn't meant to die either.
Yeah. You dying is also a time paradox.
Yeah. In fact, can we get it while we're here now? I don't know if any of these guys are going to wake up. I don't think so. Is it here yet? It is not. Damn. Oh well, we'll be coming back there later. What's a time paradox? Time paradox is where you've broken the timeline. Something that's not supposed to happen has happened, meaning that the rest of the games can no longer happen. Although it's not really like a time paradox, it's just like a timeline broken.
It's treating the player as if they are essentially a time traveler, since they are playing a game that is set before the games that they've already played. So they've already played games that have Ocelot from the future. So if they kill Ocelot in the past, they have prevented themselves from having played the game where Ocelot is in it in the future. So therefore, it's a paradox from time traveling.
Yeah. He's taking a piss. He's just contemplating that tree.
Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best GRU has to offer.
Spetsnaz? Gesundheit.
I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise.
This is the kind of role-playing game, after all. Very
true.
true.
Very true.
Look.
You just have to load your save, I think, or load to the last checkpoint, which is usually just the start of the scene. So R1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you missed
The
it.
Shagohod.
Doesn't matter.
You overlook again, I think. So.
Behemoth, a tank capable of launching nuclear IRBM.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that
Can't
kind of
maybe that.
terrain.
Oh yes. And
There you
without
go.
support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo.
I mean, which is not what Metal Gear is. all of Metal Gears are meant to have support soldiers and tanks nearby them.
One. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
I like the way he says Phase 1 and Phase 2 with such gravitas.
If is
It won't be completed
Colonel
until we
gets his
complete
hands on it,
Phase 2.
it'll be the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War.
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America.
No, it was in the original as well. This is the third game in the series, but it takes place before the previous two in the timeline.
They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
See, it game looks like it's about to get back to gameplay there. No.
Nope. Yeah, it is a prologue game. It's called Metal Gear Solid 3, but in terms of the timeline, it's like Metal Gear Solid -1, really.
Like 0. It's
Well,
like
Metal
the inciting
Gear.
incident for the entire
Yeah.
series.
90% cutscene, 10% gameplay. Just wait till we get to MGS4.
Yeah.
Like, I will probably have to save the final stream just to watch the last cutscene.
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Boss?
Glad to hear our submarine was okay.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Sokolov comes with me.
Got out of that tunnel. The tunnel must have been right before getting to the surface, so...
I like where he points his gun at the bees. What are you gonna do? Shoot them?
Hornets.
How many hornets do you think it takes to lift a person? Or two people, because there's two of them being carried there.
2, 1 for each person.
But all the others are just for show.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself.
That line goes so hard.
It's raining blood.
No, it's raining rain.
Is he crying?
Actually.
It's raining men. I wish.
Kuwabara, Kuwabara. Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country.
I guess because
And
she's
to
the
my
joy,
unit.
so...
And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
His
I'm
name's
defecting
Vulcan, he
to
just
the
said.
Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads.
You shouldn't have. I like Vulcan a lot. I think he works so well as a villain because he's just so evil.
This can't be happening.
Who is he?
Snake's posture then.
Maybe
He's
we're
like a little
disciples?
kid having a tantrum.
No!
No, you can't.
Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras.
Vulcan is a silly guy. He loves to play
He is
and
not
draw.
yet found an
Yeah.
emotion to carry into battle.
Vulcan gets to play in the background of every
Talking
scene.
about?
Yeah.
Think you can pull the trigger?
Oh.
Ooh, owie.
He's seen
Owie,
my
owie,
face.
owie, owie.
We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished.
He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
This is so touching. Like, even after all that, he still trusts the boss to reach out, take her hand.
The new blood has been rejected.
The sound effects there.
Are we done here?
I'm bored.
I'm bored. Can we go
games
now?
on your phone?
Sokolov's research facility.
Do you have any games on your phone? Do you have any games on your codec?
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
Poor Snake. His mommy threw him in,
Yeah.
in the ocean. The river. Me in the morning.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major,
Oh yes, I'm tough enough.
the boss.
Hell yes, I'm ton of fuck.
I'm ton of fun.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon
This
window
makes
button and
the
use the left stick to select the medical
cure menu
item,
sound
and then
like
press the
way
enter
more
With
involved
this
than it
method,
actually
you can use
is.
items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
But before we do that, I think, yeah, if you pivot the camera here, you can see there's a dead body over there. What's that all about?
Yeah, little skeleton.
Yeah. So you could see in the original game as well by like turning the camera like this. But so here's another fun little thing. That's me. Sorry. I tripped and fell. So yeah, these are the only wounds that you have to cure in the game. In general, you don't actually want to use the cure menu. If you just let your wounds, if you just leave them, they heal by themselves, and they extend your maximum life bar. So you actually kind of want to take a little bit of damage in the game, and then let it heal naturally, and it extends your life meter.
If you're power gaming, you take lots of little damage over the course of the game just to build your meter.
Although it does ruin your rank if you care about that. So in European Extreme Foxhound runs, you actually don't want to take any damage at all, really. Microdosing on bullets, yeah. Oh, you have to play Persona 3? Yes, we can chat, of course. Have fun. Just leave your wounds untreated, Merle T fanboy. Yeah. You heard it here first.
It'll get stronger.
Exactly. If it doesn't kill you, it will actually extend your maximum life. But yeah, we have to treat these. And she made it sound like you've got to do a complex series of treatments on yourself. You can often just do everything to yourself. You can just use every single one of these things on each one of your wounds. But I like to try and role play it a little bit and try and do things in the right order. So suffering from a deep cut, bleeding, no bandage, not yet disinfected. So I think the first thing you'd want to do would be to disinfect the wound. Then you would want to stitch it up. Then styptic to stop the bleeding, and then finally a bandage. That might be the right order. I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure there'll be a paramedic in the chat being like, "You have killed Snake."
Snake will now die. Deep cut. But you can just go through this menu and use everything.
Use everything.
So you can use the cigar on yourself and the knife. It just doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
You can even use the burn ointment if you want. So that looks like it's my rib that's fractured, but we're still gonna have to splint it. I don't know how you splint a rib, but
tape it there, I guess.
I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I was wearing medical scrubs yesterday, so I'm basically John Scrubs from that hit medical comedy show.
Yeah.
Green Wing.
Grey's Anatomy.
Gay's Anatomy.
You know how broken arm, you need to break it back like a dislocated shoulder.
Yeah, exactly. You need to snap it back in. You have to break it in exactly the opposite way to reset it. JD was a terrible doctor. I've heard that Scrubs is one of them, by far one of the more accurate medical dramas. Medical
compared to
sitcoms.
all medical TV shows, I think medical dramas are usually the most inaccurate because they just are for drama purposes are he's dying of made up. His
brain is bleeding. We have to operate in the next 2 hours, or else he will die. Yeah. And also, his heart is full of worms, so you've got to extract those. And it's when does that ever happen?
Accurate medically, but doctor-wise, they'd all be so fine. I mean, they all break ethical practices all the time in the show.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Look over at the skeleton.
Whatever.
Just chilling. Just unplug and plug Snake back in again. Snake, you're covered in dirt. Are you actually sure you disinfected those wounds? Oh, no. Mom. We have the same glove. I have some gloves like that for yo-yoing, and I honestly don't know why it covers any of your fingers. It doesn't feel like it really needs to cover like your ring finger or your.
I guess if it's cold.
Yeah.
Mouthing over what just happened. This is the bullet that betrayed me.
Me when we got our Steam Deck.
Yeah. Me when the takeout food arrives.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks
Talk
to the
to
boss
them.
and her cobras,
Great success.
I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
Wait a minute, there's a woman on this helicopter.
I smell a woman.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Did Volgin just have his mouth
She's
wide
Sokolov's
open?
woman.
Plugging at his toys.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death?
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
Peering over the top of my glasses. She has a what now?
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
What?
Don't know what that has to do with. I mean, I guess it's a Davy Crockett missile, but
Yeah. Yeah.
This is what happened to the Alamo.
I mean, Ocelot, you shouldn't be looking at that.
I do like that. In terms of the story, this is like the one thing that wasn't part of the plan, essentially, to all the characters that kind of matter to progressing the story. Like, everyone is kind of using Volgin as a tool, but then Volgin goes and does something that is so ridiculous that no one expected it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
the
This is
one thing we didn't want to happen. I mean, you shouldn't be looking at that.
Yeah. It's my arm will look the other way, Snake.
We will
Right.
save here.
Back in a sec.
We could get some more drinks.
Sure. Have you finished yours?
I have.
Okay, we can take a quick break here because we go straight into...
Yeah, that's true. It does go straight into the next cutscene. Oh shit. Oh, it's just doing the start of the... Yes.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night.
I like this intro a lot.
What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a
So in this intro, you can move the credits with the left stick. I believe some of this footage they used to fake out that it was going to be Solid Snake again, because you see that like Snake looks a little bit like Solid Snake in some of these. I think they would try to like fake out gamers that like, oh, you're gonna be back as Solid Snake. Shirley Bassey, is that you? I mean, it's very like James Bond pill.
Yeah, it's a huge homage to James Bond. Like, it feels like Zero being British is basically just there just 'cause they wanted him to be like Q from James Bond. Even though the rest of the mission is like everyone's American. Sorry, not Q, M. The other letter.
When I was doing my master's degree, my supervisor was a guy called Quentin. And he like left me a note on my desk for my postgrad masters, like telling me like a bunch of papers he wanted me to read, and he signed it as Q. And somebody saw that note on my desk and honestly said, "Oh wow, Quentin signs his messages like with his initial, just like that James Bond character M." And they didn't even mean that. Like, I nearly choked laughing, and they were like, "What's funny?" And I'm like, "That is one of the fucking funniest things I've heard all week. How did you do that?" And they're like, "I don't know what you're talking about." I had to explain to them how they just made an incredibly funny joke.
So, since they didn't remake the sequence with engine like footage for the HD remake, all the footage when you look at it in this version goes, it looks a bit weird, and it's because it's the original textures of how Snake looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that character from James Bond.
Yeah.
Altitude 30,000 feet. Approaching Soviet airspace.
Quentin signs his letters with just an initial.
Like M. Touchdown flies this plane. This Kaz is dead.
Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
If I detach the drone, will you do it with me? We should play No More Heroes on stream at some point.
So how did Snake survive a nuke? We must assume that's meant to be like a tactical nuke, right? That it blows up like a square mile, and that Snake is in the blast radius. He's probably in the Fallout radius, but
yeah, he was definitely within like the radiation zone, and he was within the zone to get like an extremely strong headwind.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But not within like the incineration or.
I think because he was in a valley. I think maybe he might have been like somewhat shielded from the blast.
Better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
It was quite a small nuke as well.
I do love the track lines and how they work with Shinkawa's like art for this.
Yes, yeah.
They're just looking for
people just like sort of scanning in and out of existence.
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
Fox is going to die?
Still one step ahead of the hounds.
Fox is one step ahead of the hounds?
Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
I do think this cutscene is really cool.
Yeah.
Like Zero is a bit of a nerd, but I do love like his way of speaking in this scene.
Yeah.
Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban.
Just two guys being dudes.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger.
I haven't decided that yet.
Yesterday, the White House received
It's just a little bit of radiation, nothing a biscuit or two won't fix. I haven't eaten any biscuits yet. I had a calorie mate and I didn't eat it.
I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
I mean, here's the thing about being irradiated. If you don't get symptoms within a month, then you just don't have to worry about anything short term. It's all in the long term from then on. It's just like your chances of getting heart disease or cancer.
Which on the list of like health hazards that a soldier faces.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, you might get
probably
heart
get shot
disease when
before
you're
you
in
get the cancer,
70s.
so.
That appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does Any of this sound
Yes, I do need to start eating more food because we get to hear Snake's commentary on everything he eats.
Our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor.
I like Calorie Mate a lot, but they are supposed to be a sort of like replacement snack.
Yeah, they're not for having like a treat.
Yeah, they are just like, if you don't have
calorie
anything
rich,
else
yeah.
to eat, you can kind of eat this for like some...
Eat one bar and that's enough to survive for a day.
Yeah. But I do like them a lot.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
So this is meant to be like LBJ, right?
I assume so, yeah.
The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borisovich Volgin.
Borisovich.
Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
It's funny that they are happy to like name drop Khrushchev and Brezhnev and all these people, but like not, they won't like name, this is Lyndon B. Johnson talking.
Russia, you know her
When is the first fake Metal Gear president? One must assume it is George Sears, who's meant to be, what's his term, like 2000 to 2004 or something like that.
Yeah. Do you reckon Snake ever like turned the TV on and was like, the president looks a lot like me? This George Sears guy.
Snake doesn't watch TV. He's too cool. You know?
George Sears, Jack Johnson.
Yeah.
Jack Johnson and his opponent, John Jackson.
Serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest
Sorry about that.
condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the boss with Colonel Volgin.
Yeah, people like confusing like Snake for George Sears, what he like just goes to the shops like, oh my god, you're the president. No, that is not George Sears.
Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
He sounded almost Italian for a second.
Yeah. Denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct.
Snake did see him, but did not recognize Big Boss without the eye patch because he is a bit dim.
It was clearly in violation of our
Didn't get a close look at his ass.
And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that
the president was caked up. He'd be kind of like me.
I don't know what else to tell you.
The army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something...
SOG Fox, Special Operations
Prove
Group
to me
Fox.
that this is not merely
I
another
wonder what
one
Fox
of your
would stand for.
tricks.
Field
The boss should be
Operative
close to Colonel Volgin.
Experts.
How about a little co-action?
That's good.
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
Did you just assassinate one of my opponents?
Means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal?
If
you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off.
Even though you failed the
You
last
were her
mission.
last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
We just don't have anyone better, so sorry. Oh,
The
look at the
KGB
ceiling.
has
There.
promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can
instruments.
talk to each other.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in
Maybe we can
September
see that outside.
1960.
Oh yeah, I should
Remember it?
check.
You
It
mean
looked
the
a
two
little
NSA
cloudy when I
codebreakers
looked
who went
before
over to
sun
the
went down,
Soviet
but
Union?
I don't know.
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva.
How long do you reckon
I've been told that Adam
a
has
blackbird could fly
infiltrated
upside
the
down like that?
I've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet.
It's funny that they give a lot of people like sort of like card accents, but not the like Russian fighter pilots.
It's fast.
It's
Estimated
fast.
airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
I'm about to lose it, mate.
I'm tired of this. I've had it up to here.
I'm fed up with this world. That would hugely destabilize the like aerodynamic. Oh my god. It drops out the bottom of it. Yeah. 3 rolls and you're fine.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss?
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand?
You sort of are a hired killer, Snake, as a
What's
soldier.
it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even
There's a
ordered
lot
the
of
actual
movie
film
trivia
from the
in
movie
this
company.
game, and I think it
doesn't sound
is
like
partially
Gordon's name
Kojima just
figures.
nerding out.
So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
Man, there was
All right then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square zero. My frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate.
Well, we're going to be
Her
killed.
frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How will I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and Lali Lule Lo.
Lali Lule Lo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It will be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission.
Make yourself known, but
Snake,
it's
if
still
you fail
Yeah.
this mission, it will be an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme
Snake, if
caution.
you fail this mission, it'll be an all-out nuclear war.
Commencing
The paramedic will lose her medical license.
to boot. You could put
Yeah.
on the rider mask for the.
Am I going to put on the riding mask for... Yes. I forgot to do that last time, didn't I?
Face.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm just being stupid. Right, take the directional mic off. Calorie mate equipped. Stun grenades. Right, get rid of anti-personnel, sonar, motion detect. So they all work like how they look. That just buzzes when you're near people. That you have to press to ping and it'll like show up guards on your radar. And then that is like a constant sweep that shows anything moving, including animals. But I don't find any of them particularly useful. And they're all quite heavy as well. Which I think depletes your stamina if you're carrying too much. And also you can only equip like a certain amount of stuff. Yeah, right. And another thing I'm gonna do, because you might think I'm wasting my ammunition, and I kinda am. But oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. I want to get some snakes. Could try and get some mushroom. Ooh, there's another one. Whoops. That's another one for good measure.
Keep the change.
Keep the change, you filthy animal. And then with the rest of these,
You don't need bullets. So we'll do one.
yeah, I'm doing a non-lethal playthrough, so I do not need bullets. Did you see that for like a single frame? I saw the back of Raiden's face.
Yeah, kinda. Anyway, but now 4 empty mags. For
Yeah,
our use.
I better equip those. There we go. 4 magazines. You can equip the suppressor. I think. Oh, I've got 9. Jesus,
Normal,
9 of
they
them.
absolutely stack you with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's enough for like the whole game, essentially.
Yeah, you would. I don't think you even get that many. I mean, I think you probably can get that many on a horse.
In the jungle? Oh, snake.
Maybe I should have saved my.
I saved 1 bullet for this fucker. Don't need it.
I don't think we can eat because we've not
Not hungry. Get out the projector for this one. In case you were wondering what it would look like for a snake to eat a snake.
Are you gonna finish that? Tasty. For a trophy, and I think I can also now call paramedic about that and say, I just ate a snake. Are you proud of me?
Paramedic.
Snake, it's so good to hear from you again.
Same here. It's been a week, hasn't it?
It's been a whole week.
4 days, actually. Huh? I visited you in the hospital. You were still unconscious, though.
Then you must have seen me naked.
Okay, really?
Yeah, but you were all wrapped up in bandages and tubes, so I couldn't do anything but look. Let's hope so.
Homina.
You were wrapped up in bandages
Don't
and
forget
tubes.
That you were like that until just yesterday. In fact, you
putting
really
tubes
shouldn't
in
even be
for?
on this mission. Keep an eye on your stamina gauge. If you
Stop
start
paramedic
to
from
run
messing
low,
with him,
don't
yeah.
push yourself. Get something to replenish your
They put him in
stamina.
the tube that
And
they put
try
Luke
not
in
to
at the
push
end
yourself
of.
further. If you're wounded or get bitten by a
episode
venomous
5.
animal, go into the survival viewer immediately and treat yourself using Cure.
No, do not do that.
I can see
That's a
you
bad
still
thing.
know how to nag.
You're welcome.
Jesus, man.
And I can see you still don't know when to keep your mouth shut.
Maybe so. By the way, I heard you're going to lose your medical license if this mission fails.
Just so we remember what's at stake.
The mission won't fail, will it?
Of course not.
Good. I believe in you.
Oh, and there might also be like a full-blown nuclear war between the US and
But
the
that'll be a trifle
USSR.
to you. The medical license, though.
Yeah, but your career will be
No, I
finished.
volunteered.
Why?
To say nothing of
So that I
human
can watch you.
civilization.
Snake, you're the best agent I've ever seen. But you push yourself too hard. You're reckless. Someone has to stop you from getting into trouble. To make sure you and the boss don't kill each other.
Well, that's exactly my mission.
So that's why I volunteered.
You volunteered to stop the
you
mission?
couldn't ask for a better guardian angel than me, right?
They're gonna arrest her like Naomi.
Stop right there.
Yeah.
You can thank me when you get back.
All right.
Jim Houseman kicks the door down.
But enough of that. Let's talk about the
You're
snake.
under arrest.
Unlike the virtuous mission, this is a night operation.
Well, it is right now.
You'll be encountering nocturnal animals that you didn't encounter your last mission. Some of them are venomous, like the king cobra, so be careful. If you get bitten by a venomous animal, the poison will spread through your body and rapidly drain your life gauge. If that's the case, go into the cure screen in survival viewer immediately and inject yourself with serum.
I refuse.
Got it?
So that is one of the things you do have to cure, actually, as it turns out.
The poison doesn't
I
get
see
better.
you caught yourself a green tree python.
Hey.
The green tree python isn't venomous, so no need to worry. It's fairly docile too, so I don't think it's likely to attack
I mean,
you.
caught.
The green
Caught
tree python
lethally,
originally
like.
comes from Australia and New Zealand. It's a really pretty green color, and it lives. Oh my God,
What's wrong?
Snake! What did I just say?
They come from Australia and New Zealand.
No, after that.
They're a really pretty green color.
I thought so. What was I thinking? Seeing a snake and calling it pretty?
What's wrong with that?
Hey, wait, yeah, what's wrong with that?
When a normal woman sees a snake, she's supposed to scream or get sick or something like that.
And you think you're normal?
What was that?
Nothing.
Fucking cooked
It's
her.
all your fault.
Jeez, I'm sorry. But enough of that.
What do you mean enough of that? This is serious.
No, I just wanted you to tell me how it tastes.
How should
After
I
you've
know?
already eaten it.
I think I ate reticulated python. One more.
Snake, unlike the...
Yeah, okay.
We head out.
Let's have a chat with Sigint just to get out of the way.
Yo, you're Snake, aren't you?
And you're Sigint?
None other.
I heard that you're an expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Close.
Huh?
I am the expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Hey.
I'm the guy that designed your trank gun, active sonar, and motion detector. If
Well,
you
2 of
wanna
those
know
I'm not going to be
anything
using,
about
but
weapons
thanks
or
all the
equipment
same.
you find in the field, just send me a message and ask. Later.
Cool, well we haven't actually found any equipment yet. Anyway, let's go investigate what that, let's have my gun out for show. Look at, I love Snake's little posture, like a little T-Rex.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not here that she comments on it.
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
Boss.
That arm still hurt?
I mean, now you mention it, it does a little.
What are you doing here?
Joke's on you, it's empty.
Break my overall.
Drew and my sons are waiting up ahead.
Aren't I your son?
You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
I've got 2 arms.
Boss!
Tantrum position again.
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America.
Spinning bullets. Let's go.
Less than 5 minutes into your assassination mission, the target catches up to you and beats you up.
Yeah.
That should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry.
Who's that?
The border is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
When does she say lose that furry disguise?
Later.
Okay.
I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's
She's
it
fine
going
with
to
it
be?
now. What
Yeah.
changed?
Loyalty to your country,
Maybe
loyalty
she's sick
to
of
me.
it, sick of seeing it a
Your
second
country
time.
Or your old mentor, the mission or your beliefs, your duty to your unit or your personal feelings.
Hot take. I don't like lens effects in video
You
games.
don't know the truth yet.
I don't mind it in these
But
kind of
sooner or
scenes, but when
later
it's
you'll
in the
have to choose.
gameplay as well.
I don't expect
I
you
think
to
putting like the water like dripping on the
Water dripping
lens,
on the lens
the lens that doesn't exist.
But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well.
I don't like lens flares in video games either. I think they,
Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you
What
won't
bandana?
survive.
How does she know?
If you meet again, I'll kill you. Now, go home.
Well, probably a well-trained horse, but wasn't a horse like avoid stepping on a hand.
Yeah. I think horses generally try to avoid, like,
Stepping on
hurting
uncertain ground. Well, it's
Yeah,
less
well,
about
hurting
hurting you, but more
okay.
about I don't want to trip up.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
Maybe it could be trying to
what?
avoid hurt
The
you.
drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know.
I think Bloom is
What was the
different.
boss
I
doing
don't mind Bloom because I think it gives
gotta be a
things
leak
like a
somewhere.
hazy property, but it's like
The
the
man the
fake
boss is working
lens
with Volgin
effects that
isn't exactly on speaking
I don't
terms with
always
Khrushchev.
I
think
lost
are
my
necessary.
gun. The
People,
boss
a lot
destroyed
of games
it.
put them
Snake,
in because they think
I
it
know
makes
how
the
you're
game
feeling.
look
Look,
more
well, I know you
cinematic,
believe
but
it
like
too.
the reason those things
Legendary hero
exist is
like
because
the
of
boss would
artifacts
go
of there
for the
being like a
Russians.
camera lens.
She double
They're not
crosses
like things that you see with
That's
your
how it is, and
eyes.
if you don't accept it,
Like Bloom is
you'll never be
something
able
that
to
I think
beat
you can see with your
That's
eyes
not the
sometimes.
problem.
Like if you walk into
In
a bright
terms of sheer
room, it
technique,
kind
I'll
of
never
blinds
be
you.
able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Snake, you took the
Enough.
mission, okay?
Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting.
Yeah, it's a bit late to
Scouts
be
have
having
probably
these kind
already
of
been
thoughts,
sent out to
Snake.
investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
Now, some guards come to investigate the explosion, which is over there. But if you run over this way, and you're fast enough, which I might not be. Damn.
You don't
Yeah.
get the caution phase.
Yeah, if you go this way,
You leave before the caution.
yeah. I think if you maybe just leave anyway. Now if we go back there, it should be off the caution phase. Yeah. Well, yeah, we got there in time. If you're not fast enough, I think it still is on caution.
Ah.
But yeah, some guards come to investigate that, and it's very difficult to sneak past them. But you can do it this way. Now we're also going to make use of another little gameplay quirk, and I'm going to get rid of the Raiden mask.
No, my fairy disguise.
My fairy disguise, no. But another fun little gameplay quirk is that you're completely silent when you pull the... Oh, great, I got bitten by a snake. Who would have thought? Is there no guard here? Huh. On harder difficulty there's a guard here, but if you pull the pin on a grenade, you run
Silent
completely
footsteps,
silently.
yeah.
So you can just sprint past all these guys.
All afraid of you. You're like, I'll do it.
I'll do it.
I'll let
I'll
go
do
of the
it.
thing.
I'll fucking do it.
I just gotta
It's
go
only
back.
stun grenades, I think, that work that way. I'm not sure other like throwable items have that same effect. I can't remember if there's one or two guys here on this difficulty.
You're gonna get the fruit.
The fruit? No, I haven't got a gun, remember?
Oh, yeah.
But what we can do is maybe throw a magazine over there. Or maybe over there.
Huh? I hear something. Huh? Ho! 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 Ho!
Speak.
If you slide down cliffs, you won't take any damage. Ho! 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 Ho!
Yeah, there we go.
Little tip for you there, Snake. That's enemy intel.
Yeah.
Oh.
No bother. Hey, we've got our first extra camouflage. Raindrop.
Sound like cars. I was gonna say that probably was Robin Atkin Downs.
Yeah,
he was doing a lot
there's
of
a lot
like
of voices.
Additional voices prior to Peace Walker.
But we also picked up just smoke grenades. You can, I think you get the AK-47 here, or life medicine. That's what we got. You get the AK-47 there on the Virtuous mission. Now this guy comes about halfway down here, I think.
Slow walkers, am I right, folks?
We don't want to get spotted. Whoa.
It's a good sound.
Yeah.
Got to plug in your controller?
Yes, I will do that presently. But some of my strats are going to be kind of weird for dealing with some of these screens because they are mostly I've played on like hard and or like extreme and European extreme, where the enemy layouts are slightly different. I wonder if we can call Sigint about the camouflage we just picked up.
Sounds like the Cobra unit's members' names came from the specific emotions they each carry into battle.
Well, we haven't heard any of their names yet, so
Yeah. For unbearable torment, the pain. For true oblivion, the end.
It's not really an emotion, but sure.
For infinite rage, the fury.
Hey.
For absolute terror, the fear. And for unsurpassed
They're all kind of
bliss,
self-explanatory,
joy.
except for the end.
The joy.
It's another name for the boss, because of the joy she feels in battle, I suppose.
Fucking sadist.
During the war, she had a partner named the Sorrow. Sorrow and joy. They say there couldn't have been a more perfect pair. The Davy Crockett's that the boss took with her when she defected are mortars that fire
Talk
nuclear
to me about
warheads.
raindrops.
They're named after Davy Crockett, the hero who died defending the Alamo in the Texan War of Independence.
Quotation mark.
Remember the Alamo.
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's right.
Yeah, hero in
equivalent
like
to
heavy
between 10 and 20 tons of
fucking
TNT.
quotation marks.
Every building within 150 yards of the hypocenter is completely obliterated. But the warheads the boss had with her were some kind of experimental super bomb. So they're actually even more powerful than that. I don't even want to
Who's
think
the
about what
depression?
happened if she used it again.
The sorrow, kind of.
Snake, you know what you have to do.
If I was in the Cobras, I'd be the anxiety,
I'd be the ennui.
the ennui, the horny.
The horny.
That's an emotion, isn't it?
Yeah, it's funny to say.
You're wearing the tiger stripe pattern camouflage, huh? Tiger stripe is a forest camouflage. As you may have guessed by the name, it mimics the stripe pattern on a tiger's coat.
Makes sense.
It was originally worn by South Vietnamese Marines. Then it caught the attention of an American military advisor, and now they're thinking of introducing it into all kinds of special forces units. It works best in places with lots of trees and grass, but it should blend in with dirt and mud, too.
Okay. I think you have to wear the camouflages to get them to comment on them. Whoops, did not mean to do this. Yes, you can get the AK in this mission as well. In fact, I think it's up here. But once again, it's only going to be used by me to just generate more... There we go. To just generate more empty magazines. So I will quickly equip it.
Just blow some steam.
Yeah.
After getting your hand broken.
Not that.
I hate this.
I wonder if there's actually anything we can kill around here. 'Cause it might be nice to get some food. I think they'll try and tell me off if I go this way, but I'm going to do it anyway. Gotta get back there, Snake. Bug juice.
Nothing like a tall glass of bug juice on a mission.
There we go.
Hey, zombie face.
I keep pushing the wrong button. Yeah, right.
I'm the Punisher.
Got yourself an AK-47, huh? The AK-47 is the official assault rifle of the Soviet Army. The first model was completed in 1946, and in 49,
Firing my
it beat out all
AK-47
its
into the sun
competitors to
like I'm
become the
Ocarina
standard
of Time.
assault rifle of the Soviet military.
Link at Zora Lake.
It uses
I'm
7.62 millimeter by 39 rounds developed in
Zelda.
1940. The 100-round box magazine, originally designed for a
Look,
different
I'm a little bit
assault
drunk
rifle.
now. The Legend of
Aiming
Zelda.
from the shoulder by
Zinc.
equipping it in first-person view and holding down the aim button. is sturdy and extremely reliable with high power and precision. There's no better
Legend
assault
of
rifle
Welder.
in the world.
Okay, yeah, but what about my face paint?
Snake, your face paint is
I know. It's called Zombie.
zombie.
Say that on the box.
What does that mean?
Beats me.
Are you serious?
Hello, paramedic.
You mean you've never heard of zombies?
Nope.
Never.
You guys don't know anything. A zombie is a dead body that's been cursed and brought back to life by a master of black magic. Supposedly, they revive the dead and use them as slaves. It's also seen as a kind of punishment. People who commit terrible crimes can be forced to labor even after they're dead.
Interesting. How do you know all this stuff?
I saw it in movies.
Even though, like,
Like
zombie
Zombie.
movies won't
Never
be...
seen it?
Nope.
I mean, I don't know when that
Can't
comes
say
out.
I have.
But, like, I think
How
zombie
about
movies
Plan
didn't
9
start
from
coming
Outer
out
Space?
properly until, like, the 70s.
Yeah, until
Missed it.
like Night of the Living
You can't
Dead.
just focus on the things
Yeah.
you like all the time. You have to expand your horizons, try new things. You guys need to get out more.
Yeah, well, anyway, that face paint doesn't look all that useful. Go ahead and wear it if you want, but I think you should change to...
You don't need to change anything.
Why not?
It makes them look awesome. Doesn't it?
Look, arguing about it isn't going to get us anywhere. Snake, you do whatever you want.
It does make you look cool.
There we go.
It's based. No, it's cringe.
I think I'll keep it on.
Yeah, sure. Anyway.
I'm gonna need all these magazines.
Eva out there just like shoo, 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 dodging bullets.
Yeah, she might be out there for all I know. Right, I do not need the AK-47 equipped anymore. Yeah. Can I not jump over here? Thought I could.
Knocking on a brick, like.
Yeah. Never knocked on brick before.
Guess not.
Damn. There we go. Now, you know what we gotta do. Is it here? Yeah.
As soon as I saw C box A, my mind went cum box A. Just thinking
Cum
about
box?
that
I'm
the
in the
story
cum
about the
box.
guy who came in a shoebox and got so ashamed of it that he burnt it.
Wait, what story is that?
I think it might have been like a 4chan thing, but it's
Oh,
like
right. You can actually see Snake in there.
yeah, there he is.
So let's call him about this.
About the cum box.
Yeah.
Snake, what are you doing?
I'm in a box.
A cardboard box? Why are
It's a
you...
cum box actually.
I don't know. I was just looking at it, and suddenly I got this irresistible urge to get inside. No, not just an urge. More than that. It was my destiny to be here. In the box.
In the box.
Yes?
In the box.
Yeah. And then when I put it on, I suddenly
Put
got
it
this
on.
feeling of inner peace. I can't put it into words. I feel safe. Like this is where I was meant to be. Like I'd found the key to true happiness.
Uh-huh.
Does any of that make sense?
Not even a little.
You should come inside the box.
See, he said it. He should come inside the box.
Man, I don't want to know what you mean. Between you and paramedic, is everyone but me that is hooked up with a major strange? Yeah, well, anyway, I suppose even that dumbass box might make a decent disguise if you wear it inside a building.
It does work the same way as it does in MGS 1 and 2 when you're inside buildings, but you're not inside buildings that much in this game. What it does enable you to do is to move at full speed while in low profile.
Nice.
So normally you can't move when you're like
Crouch
this,
walk, yeah.
but you can when you're in a box. So you can use it to like sneak past bits like this. Well, maybe not that. That's a bit too low. But it does have its uses. Have to trust me on that one. Barge my way in here and grab another really important item, the thermal goggles. I will be equipping those.
The Therm-Gs.
The Therm-Gs. But wait, wasn't our contact Adam supposed to be here? Where is he? Oh, what a rip.
All the Patriots. Anyway.
The word is queer, not strange, Sigurd.
Sorry I'm late.
Cut the engine. They'll hear us.
Except you didn't hear the fucking motorcycle pull up.
Are you Adam? I thought you were supposed to be a man.
Adam couldn't make it.
All right, say the password. Who are the Patriots? Who are the Patriots? Answer me.
That monkey noise.
Drat.
Get down!
Red 9.
That is not how you shoot at a target. Spraying bullets everywhere.
There is your answer.
Okay, now the password. I have to get it.
You're alright. You shot a bunch of guys. It's not like I've seen loads of people shoot
Yeah.
shoot their own
Like,
soldiers.
Ocelot shot his own guys.
Yeah, the boss beat me up. Like, everyone's betraying everyone.
Never mind, this is the real password to Naked Snake, you know?
Snake, her eyes are up there. I was just checking I can't, like, tilt the camera back up again.
No. Camera
Take a nice long look, man. Jeez. Take a picture, it'll last longer.
Listen, he's neurodivergent, he can't make eye contact. It's not sexual harassment, okay?
This wasn't part of the plan. What happened to Adam?
What's your code name?
It's Snake.
Snake, huh? Well, I'm Eva. Are you here to tempt me?
Excuse me.
What happened to Adam?
Colonel Volgin is a very suspicious man. He decided Adam
Turns away from her, asks, what about the man? And puts a phallic object in his mouth.
Yes.
Why?
Because I can do things he can't.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Used to be a code breaker.
Anyway, change the subject.
I was. 4 years ago, I defected to the Soviet Union with Adam.
Mauser military. The broom handle.
It packs quite a punch. Nice to have when you're on a bike.
You held it sideways and used the muzzle jump to create a horizontal sweep. That was impressive.
Bet you've never seen that technique in the West.
It's imitation, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a Chinese Type 17 pistol. Around here, even that's hard to come by.
It's Chinese.
Don't worry, though. The one I've got for you is American-made.
I mean, it's funny that I came here with a gun and she's just giving me another pistol. Like, if the mission was going according to plan, I wouldn't need this.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Put out the Siggy. There's a gun to inspect.
The feeding ramp is polished to a mirror sheen. The slide's been reinforced, and the interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision. The sight system is original too. The thumb safety is extended
This is
to make it easier
flirting
on the
to a guy
finger.
like Snake, you know?
With non-slip grooves. A ring hammer. The base of the trigger guard's been filed down for a higher grip. And not only that, nearly every part of this gun has been expertly crafted and customized. Where'd you get something like this?
I grabbed it from a Western munitions armory. It probably used to belong to one of your officers, and there are more where that came from.
Giving you another tranquilizer gun that apparently Sigint developed.
this with you, didn't
Which
you?
oh, right, she got it from me, I guess.
Couldn't use it, but
Better
we
take
had
this
it.
too.
I mean, is it meant to be your one from the Virtuous
Disguised to
mission,
make you look
or
like a scientist.
Maybe?
A disguise.
it got broken apart on the bridge? I guess someone collected it up and took it to the Western Munitions Armory.
Maybe, yeah.
Yes. He's being forced to continue his work on the Shagohod.
Where?
At the lab. They've got a whole army of scientists there developing new weapons. Security is tight, but if you disguise yourself as a scientist, you might be able to sneak in.
Can we get Sokolov out of there?
We'll see, won't we?
Tell me how to get to the lab.
The safest way in is from the rear.
Mm-hmm. I'm always saying this.
First, you'll need to head north through the jungle. You'll come to a heliport used for shipping materials. Pass the heliport and continue north, and there will be a large crevice. Descend into that area, and you'll reach a cave. Move through the cave, and you will arrive at a mangrove swamp. After the swamp, there'll be a warehouse. Make your way through the warehouse, and you'll come out just south of the lab.
Got it.
And just what are you doing there?
In close-range combat, a knife can sometimes be more useful than a gun. By doing this, I'll be able to hold a knife at the same time and still keep the gun steady. That way, I can instantly switch between a gun battle and a knife fight.
So I think what he was doing is like carving,
Carving the
notches into it. or
notch
something?
for the handle
Right.
to like stick
Let's
in,
get
I
going.
assume.
Mm.
So
What
it can
now?
hold the gun steady.
Must be tired. Why don't you take a little rest?
I'll be fine.
You'll never make it in your condition. It's a jungle out there.
I hadn't noticed.
There's still an hour before dawn. It's dangerous to be out in the jungle at night without a guide.
What about you?
I have to get back. I can't be gone for too long. They'll start to suspect something. Don't worry. I'll keep you updated over the radio.
That's it?
My orders are to provide you with information. Nothing more.
I mean, and a gun, and a uniform.
And a gun and a
another
uniform
gun.
and a tranquilizer
Yeah.
gun.
All right, then. I'll do something special for you.
No.
I'll stand watch until dawn. Now be a good boy and lie down.
I'm a good boy.
What's
I'm
the
a good
matter?
boy.
I don't know you well enough to trust you.
How well do you have to know me to trust me?
I'd help if you said the
I
password.
don't know if I can trust anybody.
So angsty.
Mm. Dun-dun-na-na, dun-dun-na-na.
Gonna get that?
She's right, Snake. You should get some sleep. Although, in your condition, you really ought to be back in the ICU. Whenever you save the game and quit, you'll go to sleep. Sleeping allows you to gain back stamina naturally. Depending on how long you sleep, you may also
I mean,
recover naturally
that doesn't make a
from
lot of
sickness
sense
and
because you
injury.
can save during boss
When
fights.
you're
Yeah.
tired and hurt, the best
Time for a
thing to do
nap.
is just get some sleep. So do yourself a favor and take a nap. Doctor's orders, okay?
Yeah, okay.
It's funny the game offers us another chance to save here. It's like, wasn't that long ago since we started the Snake Eater. But
Can sleep through the end boss fight for like 2 weeks.
yeah.
Take a really long nap.
You should get a more compact radio setup like mine.
Just sleeping in an irradiated area, no problem.
Yeah.
Get a bit of extended exposure. I mean, that's the thing. Why does she need to keep watch anyway? We're led to believe that nobody would be around here due to the fact that it's a...
Yeah, it's meant to be irradiated.
Zone. Holy.
Hello.
I
I mean, you get them. You can peep like that, but yes, is that Raiden?
Same underwear.
It's me getting changed there.
What's the matter?
We're surrounded. I see 4 of them.
We've got company. It's the Ocelot unit.
Come on, Snake.
Let's get out of here. Hurry. Don't forget your gear. Here, give me a hand.
So the game's suggesting to you that you should sneak out of the room by going through this like trapdoor here. I think it's how she leaves the room.
We can use this to get to the basement.
It's not much of a basement, really.
It's a crawl space.
Yeah. There he is.
Still sulking about him getting embarrassed in the first like 4 days has passed and he's still like.
I'll keep them busy.
Silk, I didn't really like all the peeking at Eva when I was played as a kid. Yeah, I mean it is egregious. Like. So misty down there.
It's all that asbestos dust, you know.
So, the game wants me to sneak out there as well, but I'm going to... Oh, come on, Snake.
I need to roll through there.
I do not want this, actually.
Is that guy in the cow unit? Ba-dum-dum.
Ba-dum-dum. Shit.
Just look at that guy right up against the wall. Ah, kiss
shit.
my ass.
Right, the other guy's up there. We might be able to see him if I can...
No, he's behind that, like, bar.
Yeah, and with no pressure sensitive controls, I can't... You might be able to hit him. No.
I've got that flat shot.
There we go. Now, I can't remember how many there are on this difficulty.
Two more.
Oh, two.
Lower
Oh, shit.
left.
Oh, I didn't seem to see that down there. Well, then I know kind of where they are then.
Guess it was nothing. Oh.
There's the last one. Now, I think I got him, but shit.
Where's he hiding?
Where's he hiding? One of these guys has an extra suppressor.
Nice.
We took out the last guy. So yeah, I think on European Extreme, you take out these guys with the stun grenade. I accidentally stood against the wall here, but you run out, instantly like roll into that guy. But you're not meant to roll that far, you're meant to land like here, so that you can immediately run over here. You have to stop like here, take that guy out, then you crouch here as a bunch more guys like come and check those bodies. Then from that point forward you can like proceed to like take that guy out. Oh, more AK-47 bullets.
Well, thanks.
Nice. And then you like take out the rest of the guys. I think it's down here. But yeah, that's how you do the Ocelot fight real quick. You're very good at stealth. I'm enjoying the stream. Yes! I wanted to redeem. I wanted to redeem myself for how badly I played MGS2. So thank you for that comment.
The gun on the bullet on the necklace.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the stance.
I love that phrase.
I don't think so.
Groping her up.
Female spy?
You could imagine such a thing.
This bitch is wearing perfume.
He was just role-playing Raiden. Very true. Yeah, whenever you're doing badly, it was on purpose, just to be like, this is how
Yeah,
Raiden
I'm
would do it.
a millennial girl failure.
Yeah.
I see you've got yourself a single-action army.
That's right. There'll be no accidents this time.
You call that an accident? Well, it wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been showing off.
What did you say?
It's a nice gun, I'll give you that. But the engraving gives you no tactical advantage whatsoever. Unless you were planning to auction it off as a collector's item.
I mean, no
He says it's a single action, but he's pulled the hammer back anyway.
Basic thing.
I thought the whole point with a single action is you pull the trigger and it does everything in one
I thought it was
action.
double action. Single action requires hammer and trigger. Like, yeah, that's pull the hammer back and then pull the trigger.
So I've got it completely opposite way around.
You can't mentally replace that line with the other one. The line about the engraving offers no device. But oof, the time off on the face.
Yeah.
Great start. Second in the long line of humiliations.
That thing only carries 6 shots. The Makarov carries 8. You have to get a
Dummy,
feel for
dummy,
how many
dummy.
left. This is a high-class weapon.
He didn't even think
It's not
about
meant for
how
shooting
many.
people.
He does one thing Snake doesn't. The spin.
Yeah.
This isn't over yet.
The little like panic to put it in the wrong way as well. Switch over.
Why?
He's still young.
I mean, we don't know how old any of the guys we've killed are. Snake.
I mean,
You'll regret stopping me. I like that, like, Snake's basically like, don't kill him yet. He's cooking.
Yeah.
Like, let him cook. Let him cook. Yeah. I guess all the ocelots have been cleaned up now. So you have to go and pick up that suppressor before you start that cutscene, otherwise you don't get it. Although, how many suppressors do we have? Oh, only one
yeah,
for the
they
Mark
took away all the
22.
suppressors for Snake Eater.
So we're gonna have to build up a budget of those. Because I'm not gonna play it like I do European Extreme, where you basically never use the gun. I'm just gonna be pretty free and easy with the Mark 22.
Right,
But
time to get some mags.
time to get some more magazines.
To blow some more steam.
Yeah. Ah, I'm raging. In fact, we can.
Shoot some animals.
Yeah. There's crocodiles here. They're dangerous.
He's just
Bullseye.
having fun, chasing his own tail. Whee! And then you kill him.
And I do it again.
He's pogging. No.
In fact, I could look into eating something now. What food do we got? Let's eat
Milk snake.
Milk
It's like
snake.
milk steak.
That'd be my code name. Solid snake, liquid snake, milk snake, milk drinker snake. That's cool.
Snake's food reviews so far.
Yeah.
Particularly Python's good.
The more you eat something, he eventually gets to like it, and it eventually cures more stamina.
I see you caught yourself a reticulated python.
Caught.
The reticulated python is said to be the longest snake in the world. The biggest ones can grow up to 10 meters in length. Although they're not poisonous, they're still very dangerous, so be careful.
He's
around
pogging, and then
They have a very ferocious temperament, and they can swallow whole, even large animals like deer and pigs. Their most distinguishing feature is the mesh pattern of their scales. This
Maybe the
pattern acts as a
timing on
highly
you
effective
saying he's
natural
pogging
camouflage.
and me immediately putting a bullet through his brain.
Reticulated python about. Pay close attention to your surroundings. Otherwise, you could get bitten before you even know it's there. It's a huge snake, but you should be able to capture it alive by using the tranquilizer gun. I'll bet if you capture one and throw it at an enemy, it'll give him a good scare. You've eaten one, haven't you?
Yeah, it wasn't half bad.
Cannibal.
What was that?
Nothing. Talk to you later.
So here's the thing. If you catch a venomous snake and throw it at a guard, it will not only give them a good scare, it will poison them and kill them, and it does not count towards your kill count at the end of the game. So you can do a semi-lethal playthrough, but not get dinged for it. Oh, more AK bullets. A white phosphorus grenade. Jesus, we're really going for it. There's another snake here that I think looks like the milk snake, but is like, I think this one's venomous maybe, or one of them's venomous. Snake D. Yeah, coral snake. I think that's the venomous one. Let's see what you have to capture it alive though.
Wow, you caught a coral snake. The coral snake is a venomous snake that originally hails from the Americas. Its venom is a very potent neurotoxin, so don't let it bite you. If you do get bitten, go into the survival viewer right away and use Cure to neutralize the poison with a serum injection. The colorful red and black
Give the
patterns
snake
on
to
the coral snake
Ocelot
are a
during the
warning
boss
sign.
battle.
Apparently, the bright flashy colors and pattern let other animals know that it carries a deadly poison. That keeps
Yeah,
them
I could
from
do that
attacking.
actually.
That is
There
another
are
thing you were
many
planning on
animals that
doing,
mimic
is
the
that
colors of
you're
known
going for
poisonous
non-lethal,
animals
but
as
if
a
the
defense.
snake kills them...
Yeah, exactly. It
I
wasn't.
didn't do it. I just put the snake on there.
Increase their chances of survival. There is another non-poisonous snake called the milk snake that borrows its coloring from the coral snake.
I've already caught milk snake.
You know what
Uh-huh. Bored already.
Okay, we'll talk about something you're interested in then.
The taste?
Yes. It says here that coral snakes are pretty good in a snaky kind of way.
It says that in the textbook. Right, so next time we see a... Oh, is that one? No, first let's... Oh, I've already reloaded. Is that a milk snake or a coral snake?
Capturing it instead of killing it?
Yes, because that was a milk snake, damn it.
Oh.
I want to throw a coral snake at someone.
Right, yeah.
I don't know that there are any coral snakes here. Right, want to avoid him, if at all possible. Those like little kissy sounds are me getting leeches on me, which drain your stamina.
Are you gonna go for the croc cap? Asks.
Yes, I
Again,
am, because I think it's a fun item. I'm also going to go for Gakko.
Gakko. Gacked?
Yeah. Now, let's remove that. Oh, you have to burn them off with the cigar. Let's put that on. There we go.
Very nice.
Oh, so I think it also... Yeah, so when you wear it, you hear little frog sounds, and that's how you can find the little keratans. If you shoot all 64 of them, you get the stealth camouflage. But you can also get it by just completing the game without ever raising an alert, which is not as hard as you think.
Yeah.
I see you have a calorie mate.
Calorie mate?
The
Wrong
thing you're
person,
holding
but
now?
we can listen through this.
Oh, the little block that looks like a cookie?
Try it, it's pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good.
But what is this thing? Never seen anything like it.
Calorie Mate is an energy supplement that contains all the proteins, lipids, vitamins, carbohydrates, and minerals needed for a balanced diet. It's a well-balanced food. Because of that, it's just perfect for giving your body the nutrition it needs in combat.
It sounds like a space-age food.
Real astronaut food is not very good, but that should taste fine.
Yeah, and it'll help balance out all this jungle food I'm eating.
It's easy and quick to eat, so it's perfect
So,
when you're running
Calorie
away from
Mate
an
are
important
good,
mission in the morning.
but they are not very filling. They are kind of like Lembas
Really?
bread.
Aren't you
Yeah.
Although Lembas bread is meant to be... Is it meant to...
It's
like,
easy to
it's
keep
nourishing,
track
but
of
it
your
doesn't
calorie
feel
intake
filling?
and receive the
Because the hobbits complain that they're like...
Good for losing weight,
It
too.
does feel filling. The
All
hobbits
the
complain
Asians in
about
Japan
the
use it for
Ent
watching
drink.
their calories.
Because
Oh,
they feel
right.
they ought to eat something. Even though the Ent drink is nourishing, they
And any diet
they
where
eat
you eat
Lembas
nothing
in
at all
addition.
is bad for the body.
I see. You seem to know a lot about Japan, don't you?
Yes, I love Japan.
Cool.
Hey, Snake, remember back at the abandoned factory when you whittled the grip of that 45 down?
Yeah,
I've never heard of a customization like that before. Why the grip?
to fit it with a knife.
A knife? You're gonna keep the knife and the gun both at the ready?
That's the idea.
Why would you want to do that?
Sometimes a knife works better in close proximity encounters. So I equip both at the same time. That way I can
Lembas
switch
bread
back
is meant to
and
be
forth in
filling,
an
but
instant.
hobbits are just hungrier than elves.
Badass. So that's that.
This is very. I too love to end all my phone calls with "I love Japan."
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing that.
Snake, you said Eva said her Mauser was a Type 17.
Forget about the
right?
Mauser. Tell me about my fucking stupid
That model
duck
was
camouflage.
produced in the 1920s in a weapons lab in the Shaanxi province in China. The cartridge part sticks out lower than the original to accommodate 45 caliber rounds. The barrel and chamber are a little bit thicker too. But most telling of all, it's got Chinese characters engraved on both sides of the frame like you saw. And that firing stance Eva was talking about where you hold the gun horizontally, that's a trademark of the Chinese. Just like you were saying, when you're firing in full auto mode, the muzzle jump effect gives you a horizontal strafing motion. They say it's especially deadly in indoor and close-range mop-up actions. The Japanese called it bandit shooting and used to dread it. Makes you wonder where she learned to shoot like that.
Yeah. Where would a Russian spy have learned to shoot like a Chinese operative?
You know that army motorcycle that Eva was riding? That's a replica of a German model.
A replica?
Yeah. After World War
As
II,
well,
the
interesting
Soviets
how all her
confiscated
gear
an
is like
entire
replicas
assembly
and
line
stuff.
from a German
None of it's
motorcycle
real.
factory,
It's all
machines
fake.
and all.
It's all made
And
up.
then they took it back.
It's all made
started
up.
producing replicas.
She's not even a real person,
Originally,
actually.
that motorcycle was designed to be used with a sidecar attached. That means it's got enough power to drag a 200-plus pound sidecar around.
So that's how she could pull off all those crazy stunts.
Uh-huh. Of course, it takes a lot of skill to be able to control that much power. That Eva chick is something else. Snake, what is that stuff you're wearing?
I don't know. It's called Gakko camo, whatever that means.
What?
Paramedic?
You've never heard of Gakko?
Nope.
Never.
You must live in a cave or something.
Well, excuse me.
Princess.
By the way, Snake, that outfit is really killing your camo index. Unless you want the enemy to see you, I suggest you change your clothes as...
I do want them to see me like this.
Why? Because his camo index is...
Camo index, schmamo index.
So true.
Hold on now.
He's wearing the Gakko suit.
Why?
Because it looks cute.
Snake, talk some sense into her.
What's wrong with being cute?
So
Am I the only
true.
normal person around here?
So yeah, we do want to go and get the croc cap, but we need to be careful that we don't inadvertently walk past any or swim past any crocodiles. Ooh, got some more leeches. Look, they can kill me.
Just
alright?
trying to chill out. I mean, they can.
Deadly
you can also
predators.
go around filling your pockets with crocodile.
I think it's...
Ah.
Oh well. Uh-oh. I don't think he saw me, but just in case. Because if they do get you, you are instant-killed. Did I miss the turning? I think I may have done. Yes, I did. Should look into getting a fish. Just in real life.
Mm-hmm.
There's some more bullets here as well. Can't see them though. Luckily such things show up on the thermal goggles. Right, let's get rid of these leeches. Oh, we'll get the cutscene of him burning the leech off. I mean, a knife would probably work too, you know?
Yeah, this is cool.
Is it on his nipple?
Jesus.
It was on his nipple! Is it hot in here? It is very hot in here.
Yeah, it's quite a warm day. Wow.
That's whenever you come out of the menu, wearing the Gakko suit. Get a call from Eva here, I think.
Snake, are you there?
Eva,
Did you miss me?
did you make it without any trouble?
No one saw me.
So you're back with Vulcan.
In a matter of speaking.
What about the boss?
Yeah, she's here too.
Better be careful.
Thanks, I will. The boss and I get along pretty well, though. I guess we traders have a lot in common.
Why would anyone want to defect? Betraying your country like that, I just don't get it.
Are you talking about the boss?
Why do you do it? Weren't you born and raised in America?
Yes, in a small rural town. I never even knew there were other countries, other cultures, other ways of thinking, until I went to work for the NSA. And one day, I found I'd lost faith in the things I'd been taking for granted.
What did you see? What was it that made you want to change sides?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
I saw the universe.
Saw the universe?
Not the actual universe. The universe as the intelligence community sees it. I realized that the gravity in this universe was holding me back. That's all. People and countries are both changed by their environment and by the times.
That sounds like what the boss was saying.
There's a world of difference between this country and America, but it's only a difference of position, a difference of perspective.
Will I be
Coming
ostracized in
here
the
made me
chat if I admit that I
realize
ship Eva and the boss?
Half of what
No,
I'd
I think that
been
makes a
was
lot of sense to
complete
me.
and utter lie. The other half was a conveniently
I
perfect.
think that's fine. I mean,
Truth then.
It's hidden in the
I mean,
lies.
it's weird, like, the boss is strangely sort of, like, sexless as a character, and I think it's
Yeah.
because Kojima has basically envisioned her as, like, a mother.
Weren't you?
And she is, like, very sort of, like, motherly and commanding in a lot of, like,
the
the
two
scenes
kinds
she's
of
in.
Kojima woman characters.
Yeah, exactly.
Sex machine and mother.
Yeah, damsel in distress and
If you need me,
mother.
give me a call
Like
on the
Eva
radio.
treads
My
something of a
frequency
line,
is
but she
142.52.
ultimately falls into just, you know, damsel and sex
See ya.
machine.
Mm. I mean, yeah, like you said, damsel in distress and mother, literally in Death Stranding, it's fragile and mama, which
Yeah.
are the two Kojima woman archetypes.
Yeah, exactly. Whoops. Okay. Oh, I should have maybe increased my grip strength a little bit. Oh. It's so hard to hit that. Right, we could be here a while. More leeches. Yay. I think Kojima should have been sent to a gulag for the names in Death Stranding. Yeah. Die Hardman.
I kind of fuck with Die Hard, man.
Dead Man.
Dead Man, whatever. Heartman, boo. Heartman having like a heart emoji for a heart.
Yeah.
2 thumbs down.
Oh, so the frog is around here, I guess. Can't remember where it is exactly. So yeah, you meant to use this armor, this camo suit for detecting where the Keratans are, but like it's easier to just look up on a guide these days. I think even back then it probably.
And
was.
also, like, how is that meant to help when during the bike chase sequence you're meant to get free on the fly?
Yeah.
A little more. See, a little more. Take it out on this poor crocodile. No.
I need his meat.
Do you though?
Yeah, I'm gonna lose a lot of stamina. Doing all this like gripping and getting leeches on me. I'm John Postman Rhodes. Yeah. The one thing that I thought was like, very like, it's very like sci-fi 101 kind of thing, is that like Sam Bridges is called Bridges, not just because that seems to be his name, but it's like the company he works for, and like the idea of this being a nightmarish future where like your family isn't like your actual biological family, but like just the company that you belong to. But that is like, I think loads of sci-fi stuff have done that idea better as well. But yeah, just names like Mama, what's her thing? Oh, she's a mother. And then like Fragile, what's her thing? Well,
she's fragile.
Yeah, but not that fragile.
Not that fragile. Yeah.
There we go. Now, what am I going to all this trouble for? Possibly the best item in the game? I want to make sure I am plenty safe, because you can slip off here. Woohoo! Right. And believe it or not, that has a use later on. Yeah, I'll keep all that stuff equipped.
Stick on the croc cap.
Yeah, I'm going to put it on.
There we go. Turning up to the function like this. Zombie makeup, croc cap, and the Gecko camo.
A cap shaped like a crocodile head, you say?
Yeah.
I didn't say anything.
What do you think?
I think it's a great idea. You know, animal disguises are one of the oldest tricks in the book in the intelligence world. I don't know whether it's true or not, but I've heard that during World War II, the OSS used to use cow suits. Supposedly, they sent agents out to hide in herds of real cows so they could spy on enemy units as they passed by. Nowadays, I guess most people wouldn't even give a crocodile-shaped cap a second look. They think it was just a gag item. But if you use it the right way, it can be an effective weapon for spying. I gotta hand it to you, Snake. You're one sharp guy. You okay, Snake?
Forget it.
Huh?
I think he was hoping that he would say something, say something world weary to us, but instead he compliments us on it.
Trying to get him to say, "You're weird, Snake."
Like as you walk, turn around, it goes like rang, 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 rang. Yeah, now when we swim like this, we look like a crocodile. Now, normally I like to take a lot of damage and extend my health meter, so that like later on when Volgin like sees your body, he like comments on
won't
how
call
many.
you a baby.
Well, it's how many he like comments on like how many wounds you've taken throughout the game. I think I do want to try and keep my damage low because I think it's funnier the comment he makes. So I'm gonna crawl underneath this.
Not gonna trip this one.
Yeah.
Not this
So
time.
there's a big spiky spiky log there. Yeah, fucking Looney Tunes ass trap. But I do want to get there's some. I can't remember if there's any suppressors around here, but there is some camo that we might want to pick up, and a bunch of claymores. Which, if you just crawl, as in most of the Metal Gear games, I think this doesn't work in 4, or is it 5? It's in one of them. This strat doesn't actually work anymore. A dog. I might want to take that dog out, actually. Because there's a human over there as well. I think the dog dying, well, being knocked unconscious. Oh, it alerted the guy, but it didn't draw him over. How are we doing for camo? Yeah, pretty good. We might be able to see the guy from up here. There he is. Hell yeah.
Gamer.
I thought it was here. What? Who spotted me? A dog? Oh shit. Stop. Please no bark on. Don't make me do it to you.
He's away.
Good. Please dog, no bark on. Right, this bit used to annoy me a lot, I think with the original camera, because it's not clear where you can stop doing this. You can stop being pressed up against the wall. I think here should be safe. Yeah, splitter uniform. Now those guards both look left to right. Can't remember if there's a guard over here to the left. Maybe not. There is one over there though. We will take him out. Here's the item. Chocolate chip. Now there's a bunch more camos here I want to get as well. If you just run along here and proceed in a timely fashion, he doesn't spot you. He might though. want to be pretty fast about this, because what? I didn't mean to do that. I've thrown those guys to the ground, but that won't stop them forever. Water camo? There is a guy in the building as well, but I don't think that... Oh, I do want to go in there, actually, because I want to get the suppressor. Snow camo for the face. Is there a guy in there? I can't remember. Can't see anybody, so... There's a Keratan as well. Mousetrap. Mark 22 bullets. Wanted suppressors, ideally. Damn. Now, some of those guys might start waking up soon, so I think I probably want to start proceeding to the exit. But first, grab ourselves some TNT. Okay. We could try and catch some mice with the mouse traps, but I don't really care about eating mice when there's a perfectly good calorie mate. Now, stick some TNT in here. Sorry, mice. And damn, that didn't distract him. Oh, it's everyone. Okay. Eat some food. Let's try the coral snake. Pretty tasty.
Tasty.
But yeah, that's how you get through that area. Pretty easy. I think I want this equipped. So if you run up to the guards, you can grab them just before they notice you and start an alert phase and slam them to the ground, and that's on every difficulty, but sometimes the terrain kind of like gets in the way, so you have to kind of be careful. But look who it is, he's back.
In the last 20 minutes, I've found 2 more guns. This is from that Western Munitions facility, doing work right now.
Yeah?
Absolutely bleeding guns.
I love this fight
Disappoint the Cobras.
because there's so many tricks you can pull on him.
All of you, leave us. It's just you and me. No one to get in our way. Ocelots are proud creatures. They prefer to hunt alone.
There he goes, just making up more ocelot facts. Yeah. An ocelot never lets its prey escape. Ocelots are proud creatures.
He's got his encyclopedia in his back pocket.
Ocelots, perfect boy kissers.
12 shots, by the way.
12 shots.
This time I've got 12 shots. Okay. Draw.
So I think he will try and shoot me. So if I have my gun equipped, see, he's like, oh, you want to do a quick draw fight? Oh, come on, man.
Not bad, eh?
Do I have to have my gun unequipped? You're not being very sportsmanly.
Not bad, eh?
Fine.
I've never felt a tension like this before. That's so different. From
Like, I would throw a snake, but I don't have a venomous snake alive, unfortunately.
Teaching him the joy of reloading in the battle.
This reload time is
So you
exhilarating.
can just skip that cutscene and he shoots him. His guys don't like that,
Hold your fire.
and he tells them not to interfere. Right, let's try throwing my live snake at him though, because I do have one.
Just a milk snake though.
Yeah, but it'll still like, you know, still mess with him. Oh, I missed him. Well. Oh damn. Oh, that's a venomous snake.
You fool!
I want to see if I can. I've forgotten how you taunt him into like.
Give him a quick draw.
You won't get away from me!
I'm not trying to, but if you want to.
Ah!
There we go. That snake will harass him, hopefully. Right.
Not bad,
So this is the problem with this, is that to lean, you have to hold the item button.
You fool! That range, huh? I've never felt a tension like this before.
Yeah.
It's so different from simply changing a clip.
Oh, I can kind of see his head. No, I can't. But I think if I throw a stun grenade over there, that'll
This
get him.
reload time is exhilarating. I can't see. My hat! Nice shot. Ah! Take this!
Oh, he did it to me. He will go for his hat, and then I can use that opportunity to hit him a few more times.
Not bad, eh?
Ah.
Fool!
How am I doing for health? Not that great.
Touche.
Ah.
That range, huh?
I want to get him to do the quick draw fight with me.
You're all talk, huh?
If I stand here in first person, maybe that's it. He does not like that, though. That you shoot him while he's like, a quick draw.
Time is exhilarating. I told you to stay out of there.
technique. It was perfect.
Ah, he's gonna kill me. There we go. Whew.
Very nice.
That was really close. So yeah, there's a bunch of tricks you can use there. Stun grenades, shooting the bees down.
Yeah.
If they land near him, they like harass him out of cover. You can stand in the edge. I remembered you have to go into first person mode, and he will initiate a quick draw duel with you, where he walks up and says like, "Okay, draw." But you can just shoot him early, and he's like, "You dirty." Spinning the guns to kill the hornets. That's so good. So goofy, but I love it.
Why is it there? Everybody else let you know, like, fucking marks.
Oh my goodness.
Nice one.
What else? Yeah, I tried to hit him with the snakes, but nothing seemed to be working.
I remember as a kid, killer bees used to be a real, like, fear in my life.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
felt
like,
that being killed by a bee was a very likely possibility in the
Yeah.
wild, even when I'm not allergic to bees.
I mean, as a kid, I
We'll meet
thought that
again.
quicksand was going to be a
Yeah.
far bigger problem in my life than it actually has ended
killer
up being.
bees, whirlpools, all these were like major threats in reality to me as a kid.
Yeah, tornadoes. Like, you know, I don't think there's ever been a tornado in the UK, and I was like, I'm terrified of tornadoes.
A fissure opening up in the ground.
Yeah.
You know, you want it to be.
We have incredibly good night vision. What is going on here? Like,
on your brightness is turned up on your screen because of the sun.
Oh, yeah.
If you look at my screen, here's how it looks for the viewer.
Yeah, so I can already see perfectly, but in this scene, you're not supposed to be able to see that well. So you're meant to like equip the cigar, which I think will lights the place up a little bit. There you go, you can see it a bit. But we also just picked up the animals camouflage for defeating the bosses non-lethally. There's a reward, which is why I think it's like it's fun to do it. But it's for doing that in MGS2. It's just you get dog tags, which you need to collect a certain number of to get the stealth camo and the infinite ammo wig or bandana. But in this, you just get a reward for every boss you beat non-lethally. And look at that glamouflage.
Yeah, the proud ocelot's
Yeah.
pattern.
Wearing it removes any handshaking whilst aiming a gun. I think it's also pretty good camouflage in
like deserty
in certain areas later on in the game. But yeah, because Ocelot's so good with his gun, like this makes you super accurate. I think as well, if I go into the cure menu, I'll do it when we're in a well area. It's 10 past midnight.
Could stop there for
We
now.
could stop here and then open with the pain next time.
next time. Yeah, that's probably a good place to cut.
Good
and then
place as any.
Next time we get through the pain, probably the fear as well.
Yeah, probably. Get through the pain, get to Granin's lab.
Yeah.
Maybe do the fear and see how far we can get. But yeah, I'll save here. Get fun. Oh, in fact, if I'm wearing animals, let's just see what Siggin has to say about that.
So, you're wearing woodland face paint.
Fuck off.
Yeah, and the
always
rest.
comments on the other
Woodland
thing.
paint is most effective in forest environments. It'll work best if you use it when infiltrating forest areas. Pattern clothing, face paint, tactical movements. These are the elements of camouflage that will allow you to deceive your enemy. To camouflage yourself,
Yeah, I know.
I'll talk about anything except my leopard print pants.
your field uniform is not just a set of threads to wear. To get the max effect out of your camouflage, you gotta correspond with your environment. So no matter
Yeah. Do you want to actually talk about the camo I'm
covering
wearing?
your body is a good. The camo.
Maybe he doesn't have anything to say about the boss
I don't know.
camos.
Saving the game,
Get some
Snake?
movie trivia.
Yeah. I think she talks about Godzilla first.
Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report
Excuse me?
You're what?
Godzilla is immune to all
I mean,
weapons.
like someone pointed out earlier.
I have COVID.
Like someone pointed out earlier, this is the first MGS game where the protagonist is not wearing an incredibly tight pair of pants. But Snake's like, my pants are so tight.
In its path.
Maybe his legs are just
It was
built like that,
originally
really
Japanese,
like wide.
But they made an American version too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Talk about MGS1.
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be
When
making
did this come
Godzilla
out?
movies then?
Of course. Everybody loves Godzilla.
I think 2005?
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
You might have heard about how they did screenings of the original in 2004
and I'll tell you
for the 50th
everything I know.
anniversary. It was like
When the going
putting
gets
that in
tough,
the game.
movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
Come on, Snake.
So,
the nuclear war is going to happen if we don't do this mission right. But have a little fun
Have
with
a little
it, you know?
fun. And I'm going to lose my medical license as well.
Yeah, don't forget.
So it is an interesting thing to think about. Canonically, none of those conversations ever happen because you save just before the conversation happens.
Yeah,
When
and
I
then you
load, I
quit
load to the.
before.
I mean, I guess you could, like, I assume maybe paramedic saves the data after she tells me about the movies.
Yeah.
But like, I see the loading screen before, and I load to that point
Exactly.
again. So I've never had any of these conversations with her. But yeah, I think we'll call it there.
Yeah, good
Before I
stream.
get too drunk and too tired to perform well. Still crazy. Good stream. I haven't played this game in so long, and I'm remembering why I thought it was the best game ever when I played it at 16. It's my favourite of the MGS games to play from like a gameplay perspective, because I think there's just so much, like, there's so many systems to play around with. There's so much kind of like variation in the gameplay. And like, I think the cutscenes and like how camp the whole thing is are just incredible. I love it all. I do like MGS2. I think it's the best of the series, but MGS3 is my favorite to play. Yeah. And yeah, I think it's an incredible, like, if MGS2 has like lots of silly little Easter eggs and like cool systems to muck about with, MGS3 has loads. And yeah, I don't know if I've missed any face paints or camos yet. I want to try and get them all if I can, in one run. I think that'd be quite fun. Did I get a trophy for beating Ocelot non-lethally? I should have done.
Probably. We got quite a few trophies, so I wasn't keeping track.
Yeah, well, the trophies were glitched when the Master Collection first released, and after collecting one trophy, I think it would just disable trophies for like the rest of the play session.
We got at least 2. I saw 2 pop, so...
Yeah. Well, I'll check them later. But yeah. Thanks for coming along, everyone. Good night.